Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome back to the new channel with Aiza Freelancing Wali. I'm also I'm new guest in my podcast and name is Andrea. Ma'am, thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you so much once again for your precious time. So today we are honored to interview Andrea, a chemical engineer, founder of the Center for Human Pattern Awareness and Systems, and the lifelong students of human behavior. So let's bring this inspiring conservation. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
Okay. So first of all, please introduce yourself to my audience.
As you said, my name is Andrea Wentz. I am a chemical engineer by trade, but my strong passion and fascination is humans and building bridges between the things that we normally use to divide ourselves between each other.
Oh, that's very good. So, what inspired you to your interest in human behavior?
Well, I am a I am someone who is late diagnosed with autism and ADHD, and as such, humans in general perplexed me constantly, incessantly. And so I started trying to understand other people, how I was supposed to respond, how I was supposed to react, trying to find ways to find predictable patterns, able to feel more comfortable and understand them and feel more safe within myself and my environment.
Oh, yeah, that's very good. Your curiosity is truly inspiring. So, why did you choose chemical engineering?
I fell into chemical engineering because when I was studying environmental biology, I was taking organic chemistry, and there was somebody who was in chemical engineering there. His name was Michael, and he was totally dumbfounded why I was pursuing biology when I struggled with it so much, and saw how my brain processed information, saw how I figured out the chemical structures, and was like, "Why aren't you studying engineering? You have an engineer's brain." And I told him, "Well, my dad's an engineer, my sister's an engineer, and I don't get along with them that well, so I don't really want to do that." And him saying, "Oh, well, that makes total sense. You don't want anything to do with engineering because it's a family issue and you have issues with your family. That makes sense." And just that validation helped alleviate my fear of engineering. And so I actually jumped into it and tried it, and I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Oh, that's very good. So, your professional journey is impressive. So, please tell me what is human pattern awareness?
Human pattern awareness is basically the study of the common threads that show up within humans and the way we respond, react, uh, patterns within how we understand information, patterns within what we look for among each other, society. Uh, one of the first patterns I became aware of when I was young was the patterns in theology. A lot of the beliefs believe in a deity or God. They believe in being good. They often believe in a life after death, and those are common things that you could find across all the different religions. And there were many others, but that common core belief led me to start questioning whether or not there were a lot more similarities between people all over the world that we weren't seeing.
Yeah, yeah, that's very good. Your research is fascinating. That's very good. So, why is curiosity important in our life?
Curiosity is the beginning of knowledge, wisdom, insight, everything. If you think about it, the first scientists, for example, they had to have asked questions because they ran into something they didn't understand. I wonder what happens when I do this. That's curiosity. I wonder what happens if I don't do this. That's curiosity. So
Yeah. So, your mindset encourages learning. That's very good. So, what did you learn from different jobs?
Oh, what I learned from different jobs. What I learned from my minimum wage jobs was what it is like to be viewed as less and less worthy and having less value because you're making a minimum wage. So I learned a lot about that and what it is like to be viewed as like over here we call it like the grunt, do the grunt work. Um, and then what I learned when I became an engineer, a process engineer, was what it's like to be among the group that's looking down on the people that are considered at the bottom, and just started to understand this duality between levels and elitism, I guess you could say, actually existing and experiencing the concept of some level of elitism. And it was ucky. It was gross.
That's sweet. Okay, so please tell me, how do experience shape people?
How do what?
I'm saying that how do experience shape people?
How does experience shape people?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Well, experiences that we have help us create stories and understandings of our experiences. Everything that you go through in life, you will create a story about it, often a meaning behind it as well. So one person might get to go to a party, and that tells them that they're welcome, they belong. Another person might not be invited to a party, at which point they create the meaning of, I'm not welcome, I don't belong. Another person who does go to the party uh, sits on the outskirts and nobody talks to them. And then they feel invited, but they don't feel welcome. And all that creates experiences and points of view and meaning that we internalize and create as part of our identity or insecurities or our confidence.
Oh, that's very good. So, can you please tell me what is system thinking?
System thinking. Um, well, the way I define it has to do with, or you're talking about in context of my business, right? Patterns and systems. Basically, in the context of the business, patterns and systems is the systems that we create as human beings to organize meaning, organize people, organize structures, and it's basically the order that we create out of our own internal. Many ways, we humans as individuals are kind of chaotic, unpredictable at times. But when you look deep down, there are ways to predict. There are patterns, and so it's basically the entire concept is looking for the patterns and looking into the systems that we use to organize and evaluating whether or not those actually help humanity and help humans, or whether or not they harm and create hierarchies and label identities that fracture us and divide us.
Oh, that's very good. Your perspective is unique. So, can you please tell me why do people see the word differently?
That would be a twofold thing. One, like I mentioned, the meaning that we create out of experiences, the meaning that we're told to believe and out of experiences, but also the what we are taught to believe is a huge core factor. What we are taught creates our mindset, is a huge contributor to mindset, and it is a huge contributor to how we think we should treat others. and interact with others. And that can cause all kinds of interesting experiences.
Oh, that's very interesting. Your understanding is inspiring. So, what motivates you every day?
What motivates me? What?
What motivates you every day?
Every day? Oh, um, one, the the dream of the world I'm trying to help be a part of. I have a mentality of building for the future that I wish to see, not the future that I fear, and influencing other people to think outside the boxes, think outside what we're told to believe, and think about others. Um, I love affecting people's journeys in life and sharing some of my experiences in my own journeys and healing journey that helps them make huge leaps forward in their own lives and their own healing journeys. Their aha moments and their eyes lighting up and getting all excited about a new way of viewing things and thinking about aspects of life and aspects of interpersonal interactions. It it drives me and I love it.
Oh, that's very good. Your dedication is admirable. So, what is the biggest lesson life taught you?
Humility.
Oh,
The
okay.
biggest lesson in life is definitely humility.
Yeah. So, how can people improve communication?
I would say get curious. Uh, really try not to judge and try to understand that everybody, for the most part, is responding completely reasonable based upon the information they have and what they know to be true. So if somebody is responding in a way that doesn't make sense, get curious. What's going on? What is uh, misaligned? What's the misunderstanding? Instead of jumping to conclusions that this person is bad or evil or controlling or anything negative, because I know from my own experience being neurodivergent, there's a lot of us who are labeled negative things, and the thing is we're really not. It's just misunderstandings, it's just being different. And I feel like there's no way that that's limited to just neurodivergent individuals. I see it across classes, I see it across races, I see it across the belief systems. It's all over the place. The tendency to jump to negative conclusions. And it's, I would say, get curious and try to hold off judging.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, your advice helps many people. So, why is listening important?
Well, if you don't listen, you don't learn anything. I
Yeah,
have a friend who once told me, he says, God gave him 2 ears and one mouth, 2 eyes, 2 ears, and one mouth, so that he would see twice as much, hear twice as much, and talk half as much.
yeah,
I like
of
it.
course. So, how do you believe influence behavior?
How do I believe what?
Uh, I'm saying that how do beliefs influence behavior?
Oh, uh, beliefs are integral to influencing behavior, such as if you believe that the world is out to get you, you see things attacking you everywhere. If you believe that life owes you a living, then you feel entitled to things that maybe you didn't earn. If you believe that those people over there are bad and less than you, then you treat them as if they're not quite human. Your beliefs shape everything about how you interact with people and what you choose to do with your life and around others.
Oh, that's your insights are thought provoking. So, what role does empathy play?
What?
What role does empathy play?
Empathy?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Empathy is integral, and there are multiple types of empathy. Um, there's the empathy where you actually feel the other person's experience, and then there's the empathy where you can put yourself in their shoes and go, what would I feel if I was experiencing that myself? I believe there's a third type of empathy, but it's not fully defined enough for me to be able to talk about, um, at least to my awareness at this point. Uh, but empathy is integral to curiosity, and understanding other people, because we can get curious, but then if we just analyze it and we just logicize it and put it in math equations, do you actually understand anything? No. I mean, you can look at a statistic, and a statistic tells you all kinds of things, but does it actually explain the human experience? No. You got to actually step into their shoes or experience it yourself to really, truly understand what it's like. And then it no longer just becomes a number, and it becomes a lived understanding. And that is integral to understanding other people, because humans are not numbers. Numbers help us understand where we need to look and what we need to try to understand, but we're not just numbers. We are living, feeling, deep beings, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so, ma'am, I have a question. Please tell me where are you from?
I am from Washington, United States, Seattle,
Oh, that's good.
but I've lived in 5 states in the United States, and I've traveled to about half of them. I love to travel, but I have only been to Canada and Mexico, not across the world.
Oh, that's very good. So, please tell me how can we understand others better?
Others' pattern?
Yeah, yeah.
Others' patterns. Well, if you think about it, when you hang out with somebody long enough, they start to become kind of predictable, right? You know that when something sad happens, they either shut down or they cry or they take a couple days to process. They have that pattern, and you get to know them. If something happy, wonderful happens, they might smile, or they might glee for joy. You don't know. But when you spend time with people, you start to notice they have a pattern in how they respond, how they react, and that pattern helps you understand them deeper. So everybody has patterns, and there are certain patterns within humanity that are common among all humans, no matter what um, what class or race or belief system we have. And that's what I'm focusing on learning and trying to find those patterns. And science is currently starting to find some of them, and psychology maps a lot of them. But I believe there's a lot more, a lot deeper ones.
Oh, that's very good. Your approach promotes connection. That's very good. So, please tell me what challenges did you face in your journey?
Many. um, I've I've faced, gosh, I faced so many challenges. It's actually kind of crazy. When I've been in therapy, I've been told that I've had enough um, traumatic experiences for multiple lifetimes, and my life has been a lot very challenging, and I'm grateful to have done the work, the inner work on myself over the last 4.5 years, to where um, someone who had never experienced joy in their life can feel joy every single day, who never really felt like they had anything to be grateful for can feel grateful every single day. Um, life has been a lot of hardship and a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, and I am so grateful to be alive today and be able to see what's going on with the young people in society, the technological changes in society. Um, See my children growing up and working to create a better world for them in the future.
Okay. So please tell me, how do you handle different opinions?
Oh, I welcome them. I absolutely welcome them, because you don't learn anything in an echo chamber or a bubble. You need other opinions, you need conflicting opinions. And even when you create a framework like what I'm working on, you need people that will argue a counterpoint, disagree with you, so that you can refine it. Contrasting opinions are vital for ensure that you're not running with something half put together. Differing opinions help you refine anything that you try to do.
Oh, that's very amazing. So, my last question is from you. Please, can you please give me last advice to my audience?
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can come up with. I normally say the same thing, but I'm gonna try something a little bit different, maybe. Um, I would say, like, no, I'll stick with what works. Never stop asking questions. Always be curious. And if somebody doesn't want to give you an answer, or someone's upset with your questions, that's not about you. That's not about your question. Go find somebody else. Never stop asking questions. That's one. And two, build for the future you want to create, the future you want to be in existence. Worry about the day after tomorrow, not what's coming tomorrow.
Hmm. Thank you so much for your nice advice and your nice podcast with me. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am. So, I'm under this session. So, we will just on my podcast with Andrea, ma'am. Thank you so much for watching. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you so much.